Oh, guys, yes, today it was actually yeah, no, it was still today. But yes, I actually went and I actually watched the Dora movie. Yep, I watched this movie, and I have not seen many of the quote unquote classics yet, but I've seen the Dora movie. So I watched a video called "I watched the Dora movie, so you don't have to see it." Well, there's now another one of these videos, and now this is my version. The Dora movie actually was not a bad movie, despite it being about Dora the Explorer, which is surprising considering that they made an Emoji movie that was bad. Again, they made the Cats movie that was bad, but again, like with some, and again, I don't really, I didn't always never like the Dora cartoon, but this movie was actually better than the Tomb Raider movie. But I didn't really like the actress who played Lara Croft in the Tomb Raider movie, because all in that movie she did was seem to whine and cry. But the Dora movie actually was not a bad movie at all. No, so basically, Dora spends her basically at the beginning. She's in the jungle and sees of her parents and her cousin, and he has to leave. But Dora stays in the jungle. But then in the movie, she has to go meet new people because she can't stay in the jungle of South America forever. Well, basically, we're looking for some treasure. The finding some treasure. So she has to go to like the city or something, and the city, you know, there, she and again because he's so different from everybody else, nobody likes her. Even the other, even the because he's so much smarter than everybody else. It's like also the Sherlock Holmes movie they released, but that movie actually was bad, where they kept putting bad jokes after bad jokes in the movie that nobody wanted to see. And the actors were pretty bad in this movie, but the acting was not that bad considering the source material for the movie. The source material for the movie is not is yeah, it's basically a TV show for you know younger audiences. Is is basically people under the age of 10. But I think this movie would definitely be more enjoyable for people under the age of 10. And also, these guys want to basically get rid of. There's these guys. They go to a field trip and then they get kidnapped. The Dora and these other people who basically were forced to be grouped up with these other people because nobody wanted to be with Dora because he was the annoy because everybody views her as annoying. They get kidnapped by these guys who basically were revealed to be these guys who want to basically get the parent who want to take basically want to take the treasure so they can be rich and famous, and her parents are also these types of people. So basically, they are the ones who want the treasure. So they go through the jungle and stuff. Dora and the and her cousin and her is it Diego and the other two characters. Basically, they have to go through the jungle and stuff and go through the environments of the jungle, and then they find the area. But then they find out the guy who helped them was actually a bad guy all along, and they're basically forced to go into the group. But then one night they sneak out away from the group, and oh yeah, and there's also and yeah, also during the time when they were in captured, they meet Swiper, who is basically a fox as well. So they meet that guy. So yep, and they go sneak away, and they go into the area, and then they go through all the trouble and stuff, and then the guy appears as well, and of course he gets the wrong one, and he angers the gods, and he almost could have died, and of course the indigenous people show up, and Dora convinces them they're not evil, but of course Striper takes it anyways because he's evil, and they have to take it back from Striper, and then they put it back, and then everybody likes Dora at the end of the movie. So it's basically another movie enjoyable for kids. I don't really think many adults would really like it that much because this movie is meant for younger audiences specifically, considering that the show is basically meant for kids. But there we go. I watched the Dora movie, so you guys don't have to. this movie actually was not that bad of a movie. So that means Rotten Tomatoes was right to give it an 85%. I don't think it's an 8 out of 10, but it definitely was not a bad or horrible movie. The the like some people said just because it was Dora. So I wonder how many people actually watched the movie on IMDb and just gave it a 1 out of 10 just because it's about Dora and not actually watched the movie. It's the same thing with the top 10s as well. A lot of people voted it as one of the worst movies of the year just because of its subject material, which again was very similar. Maybe I should actually watch that Teen Titans Go movie, but again, I didn't really like Teen Titans Go that much. I hated watching it. Why would I want to watch a movie about Teen Titans Go? But yep, I decided to watch the Dora movie because it was leaving the Amazon service in like a couple of days. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna watch the Dora movie just to see if it's actually a bad movie, and it actually wasn't. I wouldn't want to watch it again, but it was not a bad movie like the top tens was saying it was. And again, the top tens, they have very weird taste in movies as well. Well, as well, for example, some movies that a lot of people like, the top tens does not really like. But yeah, there we go. So and for example, the worst movies of all time are like, Twilight, according to the top tens. Even though there are definitely far worse movies than Twilight. So yep, that's basically it about the Door movie. So I watched the movie, so you guys don't have to watch it. And I basically told you what everything that happens in the movie, super summarized very easily. So yeah, I think many kids would definitely like this movie and definitely find this movie pretty inspirational for them. And also another thing is this movie is mostly takes place when Dora is in high school. And unlike Dragon Ball Evolution, they did much more better taking a character that was supposed to be a kid's character so kids can learn stuff about stuff about, one Spanish and stuff, one other word, one things about, history and stuff, and about landmarks, and they did much more better than, Dragon Ball Evolution, whereas turned Goku into the high school for no reason. Her parents actually gave a reason why Dora had to go to high school instead of just saying, "Oh yeah, Dragon Ball Evolution, Goku's a high school now. Just accept it." That now, or else you're an evil man. Okay, but I bet they would probably said that if Dragon Ball Evolution came out now. They would probably said Dragon Ball fans are evil bigots for not liking Dragon Ball Evolution or some bullshit like that. So that's basically it about this video. Goodbye.